Let me explain this to Brisk though. Let me explain this to Brisk though real quick. Okay, Brisk. So how to adapt to people that adapt to you is to throw out moves with a purpose, right? You throw out moves with purpose. And I'm using Lee's down forward one as an example, right? So after I use Lee's down forward one, I know what I can do with every option. Let's say they jab. Let's say they jab back after Lee's down forward one, after blocking it, right? Let's say they jab. I got forward 4 for a launcher. I got down 3 for a counter hit launcher. I can duck into while standing 4 if I want to be a little bit safer. I could sidestep the jab. There's a lot of things I could do right there, right? Now, let's say they do a down forward 1 back. Let's just say they down forward 1 back. Well, now I have magic 4. You know what I mean? I'm looking to see how my opponent wants to respond to the move that I'm throwing out. I have magic 4 if they down forward 1. Let's say they do like a low or something. Let's just say they do like a low. Or let's say they just, let's just say they keep standing there blocking. Then I can keep applying this mix-up, if that makes sense. Let's say they duck because they're expecting down 3, right? Let's say they duck because they're expecting down 3. Let's say you've hit them with this a few times and they start ducking after you're down forward 1. I like to do a safe standing 3. And I like to hit confirm it if it lands. You know, you throw out a move with a purpose of seeing what they're going to do in retaliation. And then you come up with a game plan to beat their retaliation. You force them to adapt to what you're doing. And once they adapt to beat one of those options, that's when you hit them with something else. So once he reads all your down forward what options, what do you do from there? At that point, it's just a mix-up. But people will find one thing that they can do. People will find like one thing that they can do and then just try to do it every time. I'll give you Seb, for example. Seb is one of the best defensive players I've ever seen. He will not let me get away with this. He will never let me get away with this. He'll block and launch this every single time, right? So I started hitting him with this. Right? He ate this a few times. Oh, so now he's trying to respond with jab strings, or he's trying to respond with magic 4s, and he's trying to get the launch, right? So that's when I start throwing in this. That's like the psychological warfare part of the game. If that makes sense. That's the psychological warfare. So now you have to he's constantly on edge. And once he realizes that he wants to just respect this down forward 1, once he realizes that he wants to respect that down forward 1, you could just start some pressure, right? He respects the down forward 1, so now we start going for some lows that give me more plus frames. Right? But you're throwing out these moves with a purpose of seeing how your opponent wants to retaliate. So yeah, if he's just blocking it, you could start getting away with a little bit more, some chunky, juicier lows, if that makes sense. Hit him with a little bit of a +4. Apply the frame trap again, right? Apply this mix-up again. Oh, he's still blocking? Bam. He's still blocking? Boom. He tries to jab. He's tired of blocking? Boom. You launch him with the forward 4. That's the kind of psychological warfare that goes on in the game.